Hi and welcome to free Excel tutorial videos. In this video today, we are going to use the indirect function to create a dashboard in Microsoft Excel. So in this spreadsheet over here, on the right side here is where I am going to create the dashboard, and I want to have a drop down list here to be able to let me see different scenarios depending on the data set that I have over here. Okay, so let's begin by creating some name ranges. First, I want to create a division range. Okay, I want to create a division range. So I'm going to select the label, and I'm going to come over here to the top left, and I'm going to type in the name of the range, division, and hit enter. Okay, the second range that I want to create will be the months. Okay, it will be this one over here. Same thing, I come over to the top left corner in the name box and type in months and hit enter. Okay, so we are going to use data validation to create a drop down list over here. So we go to the data tab and we go to data validation and select data validation. Okay, so on the settings tab over here, we're going to select list. Okay, and for the source, we will select the range. So I want to use the shortcut. Just press Control F. Control F3. Or we have to select the source. Press F3, and you can see the names here. So I'm just going to paste the name, division, click OK. So now we have a drop down list over here. Okay, so again we're going to repeat the process for the cell below. Once again, data validation, select on the list on the setting tab and go to the source, press F3, select months, click OK, and then click OK again. So now we have the drop down list for the months as well. Okay, so two of the drop down lists is complete. So now we have the two drop down lists, and what we want to do is to use the indirect function to give us some dashboard functionality. Okay, but before I do that, I need to create another set of name range. Okay, what I want to do is to create a name for the north column, south, east, west, and what we're going to do is just come to any cell over here. It can be this one or this one, and we're going to press Ctrl A. Okay, so you see it automatically selects the entire set of data, and we're going to use Ctrl Shift F3 to create the names for the labels over here, the values over here. So we will select the top row and the left column, because I want to create we will select the top row and the left column because I want to select I want to create a range for each of the labels here and the months over here. Okay, so we click OK. Now we have things set up for us to use the indirect function inside the sum function. So in this, we're just going to select North and maybe January. So in this cell over here, we're going to insert the indirect function. So we start off by using equal and then sum and then open bracket and type in direct. Okay, and then we open another bracket. We're gonna put it inside this function. Is we're going to select this cell I2. So if you look at this cell we select is not just in the division range but also in the range of the table which we just created. Okay, and then we type a bracket and bracket again to close the entire function, and then we hit enter. So the indirect function is going to refer to the text label and the text range which refer to a named range. Okay, so we get the result. So if you see, if we change the division over here to south, we can see it's 16011. So the north is 131. So let's verify that. We come over here to see if the amount is correct. So I'm going to go to the home tab and we're going to use the auto sum function. So we hit enter. As you can see, the answer is 13194. Okay, so the answer is correct. So now let's apply the indirect function to the month. So I'm just going to drag it down like this. Okay, here you see it automatically selects this cell over as the reference. Okay, so we get the answer, and if we change the months, we can see the change in this amount, the result over here. Okay, so let's go to January 3096. So let's verify it. Let's come over here, go to the auto sum. So it's 3096. Okay, so the answer is correct. So let me just remove this. Okay, so now what if I want to see the result for a specific cell inside the data? Say exact sales for East in April. Okay, I want to see this. Of course we can come over and look at here, but we want to create a dashboard, you see. So let's go over here and we will type in equals, use the shortcut F3 to select the month, which is April. Okay, enter, and we press the space bar. Okay, this will create the intersection for the name row April and the name column East. Okay, so we select East, hit enter. Okay, so they give an error. I may have did something wrong, so let's undo this, do it again. Equals, use the shortcut F3 to select the month. Okay, space F3 again to select the East. Okay, hit enter. Okay, so we have the answer 1055. Okay, so now let's we have checked the table. It's correct. East April 1055, and it's the same. Okay, so this is good, but now I want to be able to see the result of the specific cell when I change the labels up here. Okay, so when I change this, I want this to change as well. I want the answer here to change as well. When I change this, I want it to change. Okay, so let's use the indirect function at this cell over here. Okay, and let's type in a function equals indirect bracket select I2 space indirect but first you have to close this first, space. Okay, this is to create the intersection. Indirect function again, bracket, select this one, this cell, closed, and hit. For this one you need to hit Control Enter. Okay, so we have 1132. Okay, for South and January. So let's verify that we have South and January, it's 1132. Okay, so if I change now, for now I change this to North, and I change this to say July. Okay, we get the changes over here, and we also get the changes over here. So let's verify that North July 1920. So it's correct. Okay, so that is how you can use the indirect function to create a dashboard in Microsoft Excel. Thanks for watching.